Welcome to the International Schools Podcast, where we discuss all aspects of technology and life in international schools, with new episodes live every 2 weeks. This podcast is sponsored by Apps Events. We're a Google for Education partner and active since the launch of Google Apps for Education in 2006. We're a team of former educators and all experts in helping schools integrate Google into their schools and their classrooms. All training is customized for each school, and we make sure it has a lasting impact. Literally thousands of educators worldwide have earned their Google Educator certification with us with our certification boot camps, and these take place every month and get your staff certified quickly. We also host Google Summits, which are fun 2-day conference-style events with concurrent sessions and keynotes delivered by experienced Google trainers, teaching on a broad range of topics using G Suite both in the classroom and in the school. Check it out over at appsevents.com, and we can bring any of these events to your school, which is an amazing way to build a Google community amongst your staff to support each other, plus to increase the profile of yourself and your school. The podcast is also brought to you by ISTE for Education. People ask us what Chromebooks we recommend for schools, and after trying them all quite literally, we always recommend ISTE. We've been to ISTE headquarters in Taiwan to be part of product discussions, and they're genuinely the best thought out, most cost-effective, and most importantly durable devices out there. They're always innovating, including the first tablet running Chrome and the first convertible touchscreen Chromebook. The latest version of this is a Spin 11, which has a stylus and 2 cameras, and we highly recommend it for schools. They of course have a full range of Windows laptops, and for esports fans, their Predator range is second to none. If you'd like more information, please just leave your email over at gg.gg/ISTE Education. That's gg.gg/ISTE Education, and we'll get right back to you. And now, on to the interview.
Welcome, everybody. Really pleased to have you along as we talk about G Suite Enterprise for Education. Without further ado, I'm just going to bring in Dan Taylor, CEO of Apps Events. Hey, Dan, how you doing?
Hi, Ben. Good to see you. How's it going with you?
Yeah, not too bad. You know, in my basement office, as per usual.
Exactly. I'm in my actual non-basement office here in the Czech Republic, in Prague. So good to be chatting about G Suite Enterprise for Education, one of my favorite topics.
Yeah. What I'll do is I'll pass over to you. Just give me, I'll cycle through the slides as we go, and we can get started about kind of a bit of the background for what we're doing today, and obviously sort of who's going to be joining us. So yeah, I'll pass over to you, Dan.
Fantastic. So guys, a huge welcome to everyone who's joining us now, either listening live or watching this live stream later. Today, we're going to talk about G Suite Enterprise for Education. I mean, you probably know G Suite is now Google Workspace, so we're in for a name change. Maybe even by the time you watch this video, it will no longer be called G Suite Enterprise for Education. We don't know when that's going to happen, but it could be soon. But basically, this is the upgraded version with a lot of amazing new features for Google Workspace. Now, remember that Google has always made a commitment to everyone that Google is always going to be free for schools. G Suite Google Workspace is always going to be free for schools. But this is some kind of enhanced functionality on the security side and on the teaching and learning side, which can really help you. Anything you've got to add on that, Ben?
No, I'm going to cover a bit of context in a bit, actually. So all good from me at this point, yeah. Okay,
yeah,
so
perfect. If we can go to the next slide, I just want to quickly introduce the speakers. So I'm Dan Taylor. I might as well start first. I'm the CEO and founder of Apps Events. We are a Google PD partner and also a G Suite Enterprise for Education partner. And we're 100% Google and we're 100% schools focused. So we focus on training for schools all around the world. Ben, I don't know if you want to say a few words quickly.
About the amazing people we work with. You mean like Lisa, and obviously we're bringing Clay into there as well. No, I mean, it's been a pleasure to get the opportunity to work across the world. It's been slightly different this year, working across the world without going anywhere near the rest of the world has obviously been the difference, but we've adapted, I think.
Great. So, I mean, are we going to bring Lisa and Clay to say hello, or should we just say a few words about them as well?
No, I think they can introduce themselves. So yeah, I'll just bring both Clay and Lisa in and say hi. Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey. Hello.
Yeah, so I mean, actually, I haven't said where you said that you're in the Czech Republic, Dan. I'm in the UK, but Lisa and Clay, do you want to, Lisa, start with you? Do you want to introduce sort of where you are, what brings you here?
Sure, go ahead, Clay.
Yeah, I'm Clay Smith in New York City, working with New York City Public Schools.
And I'm Lisa Thuman, and I'm the U.S. Director for Apps Events, producing professional development in the United States. And I'm also a technology facilitator in a high school in New Jersey as well.
So we've got a nice global spread going on today, and loads of expertise as well, which is absolutely awesome. So we're going to talk about some of the technical aspects of G Suite Enterprise for Education and some of the teaching and learning. So Clay's going to sort of lend his expertise to that technical part, and then Lisa's going to sort of take us through some of the learning and teaching opportunities as well. Cool. So thank you, guys. I'll bring you back in a moment. Of course, it's fair to say, Dan, that these free webinars are only really possible with Acer. So let me just jump in and sort of let you explain a little bit about the partnership we've got going on.
Definitely. So thanks, Ben. So Acer are a sponsor of ours. Acer make Chromebooks and also Windows devices. We use, Ben, myself, all the team use Acer Chromebooks every day. They're really, really good. I mean, I highly recommend if you're looking to get Chromebooks for your district or for your school, check out Acer as one of the options. I really like the convertible devices like the Spin 11, which you can convert from a laptop to a tablet. It's got 2 webcams, really durable. So please check it out. If you're interested, there's an email on the screen. Drop Acer a quick email. Say you heard about it on this webinar. It will help us. And yeah, not much more to say, really. Really great devices. And thanks a lot, Acer, for making us produce this free content.
Yeah, and as always on our events, if you want to get yourself a free seat on any virtual boot camps and summits, as they are at the moment, then feel free to put your hat in the ring for one of those tickets via gsummit.link/Acer and get yourself a seat on one of our boot camps. Wherever you may be in the world, there should be one with a time zone that will work around your schedule.
Definitely. And just want to say in closing that we're a G Suite Enterprise for Education partner. We're literally just becoming one right now as we do this. So if you're interested in getting G Suite Enterprise for Education, there's a link on the screen. Ben, if you could just drop to the slide, like a 3 on, I think it is. We're only one partner. So obviously, if you have a partner you're already working with, you can go to them. There's lots of partners. We're one of many partners. But, we're PD specialists. And if you're interested in G Suite Enterprise for Education, we'd love to set you up and we can get you a free 1-month trial to use it.
Awesome. Yeah. So I'll just keep that there as well as we move on through the slides. If you want to have a look at getting that 30-day, 1-month free trial, just to kind of have a look around the tools and explore some of the additional features that we're about to talk about now. So if we're moving on from that, the next bit is I was going to talk a little bit about the background that Dan started off with. So Enterprise for Education came about actually from large school groups and in some cases higher education organizations spotting the kind of features that some enterprise business customers had and requesting that they have access to them as well. So in response to those requests from large organizations, the Google for Education team found a way to offer some of those additional features for a sort of per user fee. And then obviously over this year, there's been some incredible changes to the way that we facilitate learning. And some of those features, like many of you will be using Google Meet and you'll be recording, and you may have seen things like breakout rooms and other things come on board. So some of those features are pretty heavy on the kind of back-end usage, and therefore those more sort of high-powered use cases are something that schools are continue asking for, and therefore that's the position that the G Suite Enterprise for Education has taken, in addition to those free G Suite for Education tools you're used to using. And just again, to reiterate, they're not going away. Google will continue to add free features to the tools that you're used to using as well.
Definitely. I think that's really important to stress, because it's something that comes up all the time. Is Google going to, suddenly charge for more and more things? And it really is, obviously we talk to the Google team a lot. And as far as we've been told, which I'm sure is true, that it really is giving a lot of these enterprise tools, which are really heavy on terms of data storage and bandwidth, and in terms of the servers on the back end from Google's side, some of the enterprise features, giving them to schools to use.
So just to give you a brief overview, on the left-hand side, let me just make that a little bit easier for you to see. On the left-hand side, you've got your G Suite for Education. So from the security side, you've got the admin console and Vault, those tools that you can use to administer all of those user and device settings, and also to make sure that on the security side of things are all as they need them to be. Then you've got all the Drive, Meet, Calendar, Classroom, or assignments if you're using the kind of classroom functionality through a learning management system that sort of keeps everything ticking over from day to day for teachers and students. And the additional bits that you get from the enterprise upgrade are from the security side. We're going to talk to Clay briefly about his work in New York City public schools and some of the advantages they see to the enterprise features that allow them to manage, I was going to say, a large district, the largest district that there is. And then from the classroom side of things, when we talk to Lisa a little bit later, she'll be talking about some of those things like Originality Reports, unlimited access to that. There's a beta coming where you can also compare student to student pieces of work using Originality Reports within your own school or district as well. And then live streaming. And who knows, at the moment it's in domain, but who knows whether that will go out of domain anytime soon. I don't know at all. So with that in mind, rather than just looking at a slide of what they look like, let's get into the nitty gritty of talking about, as I said, we're going to start by talking about how you can be a bit more proactive on security with enterprise. Then we're going to talk about empowering teaching and learning. And priority access to dedicated support as well. So those support tickets you raise just get nudged along the queue a little bit more as an enterprise customer.
Yeah,